Imagine treating a mystical, ancient cultivation world not as a spiritual journey of enlightenment, but as a tactical battlefield where you can use sniper rifles, alchemical explosives, and combined arms military doctrine to absolutely dismantle arrogant sect elders. Welcome to the Third Realm, the third explosive installment in Michael Chatfield's massively addictive The 10 Realms series. If you love deeply crunchy LitRPG progression, tactical dungeon crawling, and the hilarious high-octane dynamic of two modern military veterans treating a cultivation apocalypse like a tactical ops mission, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in progression fantasy, blending incredibly satisfying crafting loops, guild-building politics, and the sheer, unadulterated dopamine hit of watching underdogs break the meta of a higher-tier world. The narrative kicks off with Eric West and Rugrat pushing past the limits of the Second Realm and descending into the Third, a landscape dominated by deeply entrenched, ruthless sects and deadly high-tier dungeon ecosystems. But they aren't just wandering cultivators anymore. They are the leaders of the Blazing Regiment and the architects of the rising dungeon city of Vuzgal. The atmosphere shifts from frontier survival to high-stakes geopolitical maneuvering and large-scale guild management. Chatfield excels at scaling the threat level, making every new zone, every relic, and every faction alliance feel like a carefully laid chessboard where one room means instant death. The transition into the Third Realm isn't just a change of scenery, it's a complete paradigm shift in how power, logistics, and warfare intersect. At the core of the book's addictive appeal is its brilliantly logical, deeply crunchy progression system and the seamless integration of crafting, alchemy, and modern military tactics. This isn't just about swinging swords or throwing spells, it's about reverse engineering ancient artifacts, optimizing mana circulation, and using combined arms tactics to dismantle high-tier beasts and arrogant cultivators alike. Watching Eric min-max his smithing and alchemy to forge realm-shaking gear and mass-produce potions, while Rugrat applies modern military strategy, trap-laying, and sniper tactics to magical warfare, is incredibly satisfying. The LitRPG elements are front and center, treating each breakthrough, each new recipe, and each skill node like a tactical puzzle. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying, chiming ding of a completed craft to life, making every milestone feel like a massive victory. But beyond the stats and the spellcraft, the soul of the 10 Realms lies in the unbreakable brotherhood between Eric and Rugrug and the fierce loyalty of the Blazing Regiment. They aren't just allies, they're a ride-or-die found family who've bled through hell together. Their banter is razor-sharp, grounding the epic scale of the Third Realm in hilarious, relatable modern military sensibilities. The audiobook format perfectly captures their dynamic. Eric's methodical, craft-obsessed focus, contrasted with Rugrat's tactical, trigger-happy pragmatism, providing the emotional anchor needed when the realm starts throwing existential threats and massive sect wars their way. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. The Dew and their guild are pulled into a massive multi-faction conflict centered around the defense and expansion of Vuzgal, facing off against ancient sects who refuse to let a ragtag group of outsiders hold such power. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical firepower, and raw, unadulterated ingenuity. Eric and Rugrat must deploy every custom-forged artifact, every alchemical artillery strike, and every ounce of their combined synergy to hold the line against sect elders and rival factions. The payoff is a massive, dopamine-fueled victory that completely shifts their standing in the realm, cements the Blazing Regiment as a major power, and sets the stage for even greater ascension. The Third Realm is a triumph of the LitRPG and cultivation genres. It is smart, hilarious, and unapologetically addictive. Michael Chatfield has crafted a milestone book that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking through limits with a forge in one hand and a sniper rifle in the other. Plug in your headphones, check your mana reserves, and join Eric and Magrat. The lower realms were the tutorial. The Third Realm is where empires are forged.